Today is 22nd of December. I think we already hit our high temp for today. That front's blowing in. The wind's already changed out of the north. It's 46 at 6 this morning. Now it's about 9:50 and it's down to 44. Anyway, that delivery I had scheduled for today from 10 to 2 is my heat pump. Made in China like all the rest of them. This is a Senville 2-ton. It's a small mini split, about all you can say for it. 18 SEER, not terrible. And should be fairly simple install. Came in on a freight line, and they called me yesterday or the day before. Said the delivery window was from 10 till 2 going to my house. I said, well, it's on a skid. Well, we just come straight to my little building. Gave them the address. They know where it was going. Dispatcher did, because it's right next door to my old factory, and they've been there a bazillion times. Anyway, I told the wife I better come in here a little early. Well, honey, they're not going to be there till 10 o'clock at the earliest. I said, trust me, they will show up early if I'm on the back of the trailer. And sure enough, I'm about a quarter mile down the road, 1/10 of a mile, it wasn't very far. There's a freight van driving slow, looking lost. I said, let me guess, you're looking for me, right? Well, yeah, I am. How'd you know that? I said, well, you know where you're supposed to be. So we had to back up down this 2-lane road to get back to my little building. And this was at 10 after 9. And my load was on the very back of the trailer. That's why they showed up early. It wasn't no big deal at all. I've dealt with freight lines for 25, 30 years. I know what they do. It ain't no big deal at all. And the driver knows me. Said, come look at my little building. Brought him in here, showed him the spray foam, and he's building a shop too. I said, be sure and get these LED lights. You will be impressed. And he hasn't decided to spray foam or fiberglass. He's leaning towards fiberglass, because if you have a leak within a wall cavity, it's an easier repair, and it is. But 95% of my stuff is going to be hung on the outside of this paneling. Commercial building, it's not a residential building. Wet, it is wet down here. All this dang rain we got. My little fork truck did exactly what it's supposed to do. And these are not pneumatic tires. They're called soft ride solid. Never heard of such. They got good traction. But if it's wet and muddy, this is what happens. And it sunk down pretty good by the gate, because the natural flow of the property sends all the silt going out the gate, which is no big deal. Just so happens I got a pile of limestone gravel up there next to the fence. I can shovel into a wheelbarrow and get down here. At some point, I'm going to reconfigure the gate. Here's the corner post here and one over there. What I'm going to do is reconfigure, put a corner post in this way, in this area, over to there, and instead of having to pull in at that angle, I'll be pulling in more towards the north and west, so I can get in here with a big trailer. Right now, it's tight. It is tight, even with the gooseneck. And when I do all that, I'm going to concrete this pad, probably starting there next to the street. Concrete all the way up here, tie it into that pad there, come over this way about this far out, and probably concrete to the corner of that existing pad. It'll be probably 1,000, 1,200 square foot. Yeah, several saw cuts involved too. And and get the angle right so it still continues to drain down this way, and I don't build a dam with this entranceway and concrete pad over here. That'll be this spring at the earliest. You can't do that kind of stuff in the wintertime. So, now that I'm up here, I'll figure out what I want to do. I told the wife, since I'm coming up here early, I ain't gonna stay late. I did take the fork truck out to my pickup and topped off the fuel tank with diesel and filled up my little 5-gallon jerry can for the diesel fired heater. And I literally ran it exactly 2 minutes. And with this door wide open, there's not much of a breeze, but with the door wide open, I'm actually sweating in this jacket. So I'm gonna have to come out of it pretty quick. My little barn heater, the little brown electric heater, is not even running now because the building come right up in temp. I mean, it's warm. So I might just take it easy and take my time hanging some more 2x4s. My back is still pretty tender. My right hip is too. I don't want to go back home and just sit in the chair doing nothing. But we'll see. So the heat pump is here. So after the holiday, I'll get a hold of everybody. We'll start the install on it. Get her all set up. That's all for this one. Thank you.